June 12, 1929. Because we're Jewish, Father immigrated to Holland in 1933, but Hitler invaded Holland on May 10, 1940. 5 days later, the Dutch surrendered, the Germans arrived, and the trouble started for the Jews. Father was forced to give up his business, manufacturing products used to make jam. We couldn't use streetcars, couldn't go to the theater or movies anymore, couldn't be out in the streets after 8 p.m., couldn't even sit in our own gardens. We had to turn in our bicycles. No beaches, no swimming pools, and no libraries. We couldn't even walk on the sunny side of the streets. Our identity cards were stamped with a big black J, and we had to wear the yellow star. But somehow life went on. Until yesterday, a call-up notice from the SS. My sister Margaret was ordered to report for work in Germany, to the Westerbork transit camp. At 5:30 this morning, we closed the door of our apartment behind us. My cat was the only living creature I said goodbye to. The unmade beds, the breakfast things on the table, all created the impression we'd left in a hurry. And our destination? We walked 2.5 miles in the pouring rain, all the way to Father's office building. Our hiding place, the secret annex, is right behind it upstairs. Even though the Germans forced Father out, he still runs the office with Mr. Crawler and me, who offered to help us while we're in hiding.
Me.
Oh, Mr. Franck, thank God you arrived safely.
Leave.
Margaret, Mrs. Franck, you must be exhausted. If only we had known, we would have had everything ready for you.
You've done too much already, me. Besides, it's better for us to keep busy. As you can see, Anne's my little helper.
I can see that.
A songbird whose wings had been ripped off and keeps hurling itself against the bars of its cage. Let me out, where there's fresh air and laughter. But then, I remember the Jews who are not in hiding. And I know we live in a paradise. We're as quiet as baby mice. Who would have dreamed 3 months ago, Quicksilver on, would have to sit still for hours and what's more, could? Anything else I've written. She's not a mother to me. I have to mother myself. Who can I turn to? Only my diary. Sometimes I think God is trying to test me. I have to become a good person on my own without anyone to advise me. But I know it will make me stronger in the end. 3.5 months in the Onyx, and we're eagerly awaiting our latest edition. What will he be like? Meek says he's quiet, refined, and, by all accounts, an excellent dentist. They're being gassed. Perhaps that's the quickest way to die. No matter what I'm doing, I can't stop thinking about those who are gone. All we can do is wait for the war to end. The whole world is waiting, and many are waiting for death.
It was going to be an adventure. You showed me you could escape. Now when I read my Dickens, it takes me to another world. In that world, I feel safe. You have something too. Your diary. You're lucky.
Lucky.
You can write. You can put all your thoughts, all your feelings down on paper.
Radio broadcast. Him asked what was the first thing we wanted to do once we're liberated. Oh, I'd be so thrilled I wouldn't know where to begin. I longed to be back in school with my friends, ride a bike, whistle, laugh, so hard it hurts. I wonder if anyone will ever not think about whether I'm Jewish. Just a young girl badly in need of some good, plain fun.
I want to go dancing, learn the latest steps, and fly across the room in a new pair of dance shoes.
The movies. I'd love to go to a movie. A Western. If they ever decide to let us in again.
Oh, I'm longing for a real cup of coffee with cream.
In the middle of the great terror known as winter. We've been here 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. We're all thinner, paler, and a whole lot hungrier. We've been plagued by medical problems. Someone's always suffering from something. And although we can't call a doctor, our favorite dentist is never too far away.
I'm almost done, Mrs. Van Daan. If you could just hold on a little longer.
But you're killing me!
If you'd stop complaining, perhaps I could finish sooner.
I'll try.
Mrs. Van Daan, please! You've got my instrument stuck in your tooth!
And that's my fault. Get it out!
Stop moving! You're making it go in even further!
Done! There! I got it!
I've been growing so much I can't fit into my shoes anymore. And there's something else. Peter. Whenever he looks at me with those eyes.
Oh, meet Richard!
Happy New Year, me! I walk from room to room, breathe through the crack in the window frame, feel my heart beating as if to say to Peter, to shout, say something, don't just smile all the time. I feel spring within me. I feel spring awakening. I feel it in my entire body and soul. I'm utterly confused. I don't know what to say, to write, to do. I only know I'm longing. March 29th, 1944. We've had to cut down even further on food. The rats have gobbled up some of our precious supplies. They must be desperate too. Our mouths are watering for anything edible. All we've had to eat this week is pickled kale and rotten potatoes. You wouldn't believe how much kale can stink when it's a few years old.
What is it tonight?
Don't ask.
Oh, I have to be prepared.
My God, I can't eat that again. Pickled kale and rotten potatoes every night for weeks now.
On again?
Again, and look at her.
It's cold in there. You better bundle up.
You know, in my day, the boys visit the girls.
Children like to feel like they have no secrets. They like to talk.
Talk! Huh. That's not what we called it in my day.
I think we might have a little romance developing out of the honest.
You know, if we're here much longer, we might have ourselves an onyx wedding.
Frankly, I can't stand this stupid chatter another minute. Anne, be back by 9.
They're so old-fashioned. I guess they don't realize how much more advanced we are.
You look nice.
Really.
I like the shoes. I've always liked the shoes.
Neve always does everything just right.
She likes you a lot.
Oh, I love her, but I hate having to ask for absolutely everything. Doesn't it make you miserable to be so dependent on people?
I'm not miserable anymore. I mean, even bumping into you, sometimes I feel
The same.
you've changed. I used to think you were a real pain in the neck.
My life before seemed so unreal. Nothing to do with who I am now. I see myself then as an utterly superficial girl. I wouldn't go back to being her for the world.
You sure know a lot about yourself. It must come from all that writing you do.
I want to be a real writer one day. I know I can write. I'm my harshest critic, but who knows if I truly have talent or what do you want to do?
Well, I don't know. Some job that doesn't require much brains. Maybe if I had your drive.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's true. I'm a complete idiot.
You're too hard on yourself.
I didn't have much going on for me on the outside.
Peter, I miss so many things. Sometimes I dream I'm back in our old apartment. I wake up and wonder, why can't I run outside? Oh, you can see the moon from here, just like you said. It's beautiful. Look at our onyx, the moonlight coming in.
Are Are you cold?
No. Well, maybe just a little.
Here.
Peter, have you ever kissed a girl?
I guess so.
What? When?
It wasn't a big deal or anything.
Tell me.
On my birthday, I was blindfolded. I don't even know who the girl was.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being kissed or anything. Though I'm sure Mother would never kiss a boy, I'm sure Margie would never kiss a boy unless she were engaged to him. And I'm sure Mother never touched a man before she met him. My girlfriends would say, "Oh, how shocking," but who cares what they'd say? It doesn't matter here, now.
You called it our annex before. Do you really think it's ours?
I do.
You won't let them stop you from coming here then, will you?
No, I promise. Maybe sometime I'll even bring one of my stories and read it to you sometime.
You'll come tomorrow night then?
If you want me to.
I do.
It's 9:05.
Dressed in rags, her face thin and worn. She looked at me with such sadness in her eyes I could read the message in them. Oh, On, why have you deserted me? Help me, rescue me from this hell! If only I could. Why have I been chosen to live and you to die? Honolulu, if you ever return, I'll take you in. Share everything I have with you. Are you still alive? I keep seeing your enormous eyes. Seeing myself in your place. You're a reminder of what my fate might have been.
What will we do for...
No, I mustn't write that down. But the question, it won't go away. It looms before me in total, absolute horror.
And so we come to the end of this broadcast.
Get him! Still! Julian here! Ralph Julian!
First of all, a barren heath, wooden towers where jailers stand guard, walls covered with thousands of flies, the 8 of us crammed into Barrack 67, betrayed. We never know by whom. Our last month together, our last month. Anne and Peter walking hand in hand between the barracks and barbed wire. Edith worrying about the children, washing undergarments in murky water, numb. Margaret, silent, staring at nothing. Our last days in Dutch soil. Late August, Paris, free, Brussels, Antwerp. But for us, it is too late. Tuesday, September 3rd, 1944. 1,000 of us are herded into cattle cars, the last transport to leave Westerbork for the extermination camp. The train, 3 days, 3 nights. In the middle of the third night, Auschwitz. Separation. Men from women. Edith, Margaret, Anne, my family. Never again. Selection. Half our transport killed in the gas chamber. One day Peter and I see a group of men march away, his father among them. Gassed. Peter on the death march to Mauthausen, dead 3 days before the British arrive. His mother, Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen, Buchenwald, Theresienstadt. Date of death unknown. Mr. Dussel dies in Neuengamme. January 27th, 1945, I am freed from Auschwitz. I know nothing of Edith and the children. And then I learn. Edith died in Birkenau of hunger, grief, exhaustion. The winter of 45, typhus breaks out in Bergen-Belsen, killing thousands of prisoners. Among them, Margaret. Anne's friend, Hunley, sees Anne with the barbed wire, naked, her head shaved, covered with lice. I don't have anyone anymore, she weeps. A few days later, Anne dies. My daughter's bodies dumped into mass graves just before the camp was liberated.
It's a wonder I haven't abandoned all my ideals. They seem so absurd and impractical, yet I cling to them because I still believe, in spite of everything, people are truly good at heart.
All that remains